Hello and welcome back to another Taunter video. In today's one we're going over the TMNT, the UK Magazine's Panini issue number 11. Now this issue is a very typical kind of story that you would expect from Turtles. It's mainly just dealing with Raph and Leo having arguments, resulting in them having to work together, and then Raph having to, he has to follow Leo's leadership and all that kind of stuff. It's a very typical kind of Turtle story that you would expect from the Turtles. And it's annoying, I want to say, just because, I say that even in the show themselves, they even did, stories like this. One which comes to my mind is, Mouse Attack. We got to see Leo and Raph arguing about who, about the A team and B team, and then realizing, we got to work together. And then also got the other one where, New Girl in Town, where Raph realizes that Leo's a better leader and all that kind of stuff. It just goes over same sort of storylines and plot beats which we've seen a million times before, whether it's in this version of Turtles or another version of Turtles, it's been done before. And with this issue, it doesn't do anything all too differently, but they attempt to do it again for some unknown reason. And they also have an interesting story plot in this bit as well, because I want to say for half the issue, you get to see Raph and Leo, they get stuck together with glue, which I don't know, may have been some inspiration for the Rise of Timothy episode, Stuck on You, but I doubt it. But, well, you never know. It could be. I like to think it is, because I feel like that would be a very cool thing to do, but I highly doubt it. But, yeah. So, okay, yeah, so going into this one, we do get to see Master. He's asking Mikey, what's happened here, because there's a mess and that kind of stuff, and Mikey goes on to reveal that he was trying to make a breakfast pizza with, I think it was something to do with bacon, was it sausages, I think? No, it was maple syrup and bacon, and then he put cheese and tomato on it because, well, it's a pizza. But I do get to see Leo and Raph, they're arguing about seeing who's actually the worst, and Leo thinks that he's better at being worse. Really, Leo, of all people, he really thinks that he's worse than Raph. Yeah, there was no real competition there whatsoever, really. And after that, we do get to see Donnie's new invention, which is a foot tracker. It's going off the charts because there's new foot activity, and this foot activity is, I have to say that this whole device is really stupid because, one, it never comes up ever again from what I can remember in these comics. But two, how do you even track foot activity? I can understand the crank activity because, robotics and that kind of stuff. But this is the foot and all that kind of stuff, and this was before all the footbot stuff. So I'm a bit confused as to how it even work because of everything, But yeah. So after that, we do get to see two teams. We got Mikey and Donnie, then Shellraiser, watching the foot activity, and there's hardly anything ready here other than just Mikey breaks a device from Donnie, and that causes them two to argue, but that's barely in the issue whatsoever, so I thought there's hardly anything to really talk about there. It's something that happened. They tried to make something out of it, but, well, they tried. Say the very least they tried. But after that, we do get to see Raph and Leo. They decided to go into the warehouse to see what Dog Pound Fish Race is doing. They end up fighting the foot. However, because of their arguing, Leo gets his sword stuck in a canister of glue. When he takes the sword out, it unfortunately sticks the two together. So this results in Raph and Leo coming up with a great idea to work together, and Raph following Leo's all his plans and that kind of stuff. Which results in them throwing shurikens each at Dog Pound Fish Face and kicking them all that kind of stuff. However, just due to getting hit once, they decide, oh yes, we need a new plan because it's clearly not working after getting hit once. Yeah, kind of stupid, I won't lie. But yeah, so their new plan is to basically just get Fish Face and Dog Pound to argue, and there wasn't really too much to it other than just, I think for Fish Face is better than Dog Pound, and I think it was Fish Face can hit harder than Dog Pound, but Dog Pound is better than Fish Face or something along those kind of lines. It's a very stupid argument, but it somehow leads on to having a full blown out punching match, resulting in some explosions, which yeah, somehow they live through all that. And we do get to see at the end of this page, we do get to see Shredder. He shows up to try and get some punishment. And I'd say that, like, as cool as this is to see Shredder in these comics, it's quite annoying because we don't get to see what the punishment is, and two, it's not a full-on like actual appearance of Shredder, so it's quite annoying because I would have loved to see Shredder drawn in this issue and actually do something, but well, they tried, to say the very least. And also on the last page, get to see Splinter when he sees Mikey and Johnny arguing. He comes up with a great idea, and that is to stick them two together because it works so well for Leo and Raph. Oh God help us all. So yeah, so I'd say that overall with this story, I mean, I'd say that was basically what I want to say at the beginning of this video, where like a lot of stuff in this story has already been done, like even within the show. It's just so annoying they're trying to go over plot points and just retread some old stuff, and like I want to make it perfectly clear, like even in the show itself, they even did it themselves, where they went over like old plot points and that kind of stuff. So you know, it's nothing new, and it seems like Tolls are very stupid that they can't like learn a lesson, and they keep going over and over and over it again and that kind of stuff. And it's just one of these annoying things where like they don't really evolve beyond this kind of state. And I know that like for the comics they were like they're made I want to say like a year before they were released, so they probably didn't know about certain stuff from the shows and that kind of stuff, and like especially like future episodes, understandable. But at the same time, it's just a simple, basic kind of story that like you would expect something like that to come from the show and that kind of stuff. But the fact that they went as far as to do two different plot points in here with both Raph and Leo arguing, need to I need basically I need to learn that I need to work together, and Raph learns that like Leo is a better leader and needs to follow his orders. It's just so stupid that they're going over this over and over again, and I think also like the fact that like it doesn't evolve much beyond that. It's just so annoying that you have to keep reading these kind of stories or even watching them. That keep watching these characters keep doing the same stuff. It's just so annoying and stupid. Just why can't they evolve and just be normal characters and actually develop? But no, we're stuck with this shit. So off to a great start here, but it's just so annoying because most of these comics have been so good so far, references, actual good stories, and then get something like this. I'd say that like, for the past few issues, they've definitely been not the best, and I feel like this issue really just highlights a lot of problems with this series, but well. But yeah, let me know in the comment section below what you think about this issue. Do you like it? Do you not? And yeah, that's the end for today, guys. If some police has grab that stuff. Goodbye, yo, bye.